Next up is another newcomer for our group tonight, Peggy Lindgren. Peggy. Peggy's with the Yorkville Writing Group. Yeah, okay. Peggy retired 1.5 years ago from her dream job as an office manager, and she's been sad about it ever since. Because you're retired, you're very happy,
That's
right? Yes, okay. For a busy dental practice. She held that job for over 40 years. Get out of here. You did not even. No way.
I done. I really did.
No way. 38 maybe. 40, I don't know. Peggy mostly writes nonfiction. Tonight she's going to read a chapter from her book in progress, The Boy Next Door. This book is about her neighbor, Mark Staley, who lived 6 years with cancer from age 12 to 18 and changed the lives of those around him, accomplishing more in his young life than most of us do in our entire lifetime. Peggy, welcome.
I think it's good to pray, because after I pray, I just feel good. First of all, you could talk to God and tell Him to try and help people who could be sick. Second of all, sometimes people have hard times, and you could talk to God and ask Him to help you. Last of all, you could pray for your family. Written by Mark Staley. It has been 10 years. 10 years since my neighbor Mark, my friend, passed away. Mark was 18 years old, diagnosed at age 12 with cancer. Mark was a remarkable child who taught those around him about living, about giving back. How does a kid dealing with a devastating diagnosis live his life for what he can leave behind? This is someone you should know. This was Mark, the boy next door. I recently retired from a job I loved for over 40 years as an office manager for a busy dental practice. I met hundreds of people over those years who helped shape the person I am today. I believe the many relationships we have throughout our lives teach us what is most important on this journey. My relationship with Mark was one of those that especially influenced me. Soon after retirement, my husband and I converted our guest room into an office for me. I now have a place to call my own, a quiet place where I can write. I arrange my desk under a window that faces south and allows the sunshine to enter as I begin my day. As I look out my window, it is only fitting that I can see Mark's house. I began writing his story shortly after he died, and then life, as it so often does, got in my way. I stopped writing. I blamed it on many things. Yet Mark's story has always been on my mind. Because it has never left my heart, it is time for the story to be on paper so others can get to know Mark and be touched by his incredible legacy. Many years have passed. I once shared my passion for writing with Mark, and he knew I wanted to tell his story. He told me he didn't think there was anything to say about him. He honestly had no idea the impact he would have on those who knew him, as well as the many people who never had a chance to meet him. I have had many conversations with Sue and Ray, Mark's parents, through the years. Knowing I had started this book, they came over one morning with a large plastic bin full of articles written about Mark in several of his prayer journals. As I sat on the floor of my office, poring over page after page, I was overcome with emotion. I had grieved Mark 10 years earlier, but in that moment, it became even more important to me to remember and never forget this young boy. So this is my story. This is about Mark, how he lived and how he died. This is about how he made a difference to me and to others. The special relationship we shared would be one that managed to touch my heart and break it at the same time. You only have to hear his story and he will find a way into your heart. Mark met many people along his 6-year journey with cancer, and most of them could tell you a story about how he touched their lives and how he made a difference to them. He honestly had that kind of impact. I saw firsthand that people didn't have to know Mark to be touched by his passion. I think one only needs to hear his story.
Can I have your badge? Okay, thank you.
Yep, okay, okay. Thank you so much, Peggy.